Hello, everybody. This is Living with the Darkness, Changing into Dreaming. Today we're gonna go into the dreaming of Morgan Carter. With the winter arriving, there will be a lot of snow around the mountain entrance of the Mogham's Freehold. When they enter, they will see a huge entrance, but the problem is people can't live there. It's so cold, and he slowly walks towards his house, which is small for a big entrance. He will he will open his lights and he will look back to see Astria and Sir William. I'm sorry for my house being a little bit disturbed. I can't clean. He smiles and he releases the dog. Dog starts to run away and
Hey, so
being
big. Astria just says as she kind of pulls up her dress to reveal the fact that she was wearing combat boots the whole time. As she's kind of walking up over the snow.
In the house there's no snow, but outside was cold. And Margam says it's been a long time that we haven't talked or we haven't spoke with each other.
I know, things have been weird lately. How are you?
I'm fine. Education goes well. I need more different realms to use my powers more, use my powers better. But it's going fine.
Next thing I'm working on is my realms. Seems to, same thing we're all working on, you know?
They teach me about the they more about us. And to be honest, actually, that's it. I learned more and more about us every day. I have more understanding about when somebody does something near me. I kind of understand better, and I hear better.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's got to make.
Margaret looked at Astrea. Is it true Des left?
Yeah. Kind of pops her neck a couple of times.
Who's Des?
Some puka that was going to join the house ended up hooking up with Vlad and them.
Really?
In house marriage. Yeah.
Margam just says, like, your best friend, He smiles. He's not being, he's not being like, yo, man, your best friend fucked us, He's just, like, joking. In a friendly manner.
Yeah, and she'll say, yeah. Aren't House Verde supposed to be this House of Warriors?
I think so.
Can I just note that I whooped her ass?
Yes.
And you probably whoop Vlad's as well.
Vlad's not bad. I've gone up against him once. In like a practice thing.
How was he? Did you went full ham or did he went full ham?
He said no arts.
You see, like, Margam was just yeah, basically he doesn't say anything.
Well, you are very, very proficient in one of the more terrifying arts.
Yeah, if I had access to that, well, it would have been a different story. But dick waving aside,
Well, so there's a couple things that happening in our kingdom as the lowliest of the house between us. I would like to leave the word of our senior, Sir William.
So, all right. So, what are your plans?
Haven't you heard? He just looks at him.
Sorry, I'm shaking off the last little bits of bedlam.
Okay. I'm going to become the seer of the kingdom.
Okay. Well, that's a lofty, noble goal.
I am going to be soon. He says it with a smile.
All right.
The thing with my eyes is not just there was the consequences and it, the goal of the not the goal thing that I gained. My fate was being that. So I am. That's why I'm getting education. It's not just this year.
Aha. That makes a lot more sense now.
And I have sent letters to Marshal Fairfax about the someone who were attacking us in public. The last time we talked about Nosorn. As I have told you that I was going to send a letter, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Then I sent a letter to Count Donald about my future in the house. What do you guys know about him? Is he blind as I am?
Um, he he can see, and he's a jackass. He's
He,
emotionally distant. Might actually be a sociopath.
oh, I
nah,
would like
he's
to
just a
know.
traditionalist.
I don't know.
Do you think it's more than that?
I think he's a sociopath.
Well, just saying, I've seen some of those traditionalists around Parliament and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They seem pretty sociopathic.
What do you guys think about the marshal?
Never met him.
I haven't met Fairfax.
Although I know he's a Gwydion, and I know Gwydions pretty well. And I don't mean that in the bad way.
Well, I sent him a letter. I sent him Count Donald a letter about my future in the house. I did not directly ask what I want, but I told him what I have done.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a letter back about that he heard about me, that I'm a youngling, not even a year in Concordia. But I will try to make him see the light.
Hmm. And try and make him. So you're gonna go for your knighthood?
Yes, as we talked before, first I wanted to. I was going to try the Valerius, but you two told me about him being Fiona, so I changed to Count Donal. And when what happened to me, they take me to his keep, so I think that he knows about what I'm going to become. When I see lights, well, I have heard that I will only have time for dukes and kings, so I think that he might understand it. That when if I become what I become, it will be good for him to keep me in. Like it will be good for him to have me owed to him.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what I was trying to tell him. But that's why I asked him if he's blind or not, because that was obvious that I sent a letter. In close word, of course, I did not tell him like, "Hey, I'm gonna become this, so you make me this." No.
Of
But
course, I would
again,
make you look
it's
power hungry.
Yeah.
ah. But as I am, I'm looking for certain future. I'm seeking betterment of our hours and future possibilities. That's what I do. I want to become a knight because there's a lot of weird knights around.
There are a shit ton of nobles, and how many? Vlad's knighted a few recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of been handing it out like it's candy.
Well, he wants supporters.
Of course.
That's a good way to support, like, get someone's support. Like, you become a knight, you get money out of these things, and he gives you a knighthood. That's not something I would do, but again, that's a valid way of doing things.
I don't know. I'd like, effective, trustworthy people at my side, not someone that can be bought with a simple knighting.
Well, that's because you're clever and you think for the long game.
Well, once, a traditional knighting is, that's an oath. So
Oaths can be broken. It's
yeah,
dire, but they can.
it's not something. Would you serve under an? Would you serve as a knight for a man who was known as an oathbreaker?
Probably not.
I
'Cause I
think the right
wouldn't.
question. I think the right question should be that does she serve under a man who does not protect the queen when the queen's in danger? He smiles a little bit.
Yeah. Another good one.
If you're a count, you have the problem with the a lot of things. People does not understand the how the status works. I'm not saying because you guys are more experienced than I am, but people thinks that it's just I have a status, but you have responsibility. The knights, the counts, the dukes, they have the responsibility, and they don't see that. They just see that I'm a knight, but I'm sorry, that's not. That's not just the way it works. When you're a knight, you're supposed to be. For example, I want to become a knight, right? I
Mm-hmm.
can't defend myself well. I have ways to defend myself, but not that good. Not like Astria, not like you probably. So the knight should be able to defend himself.
Agreed.
And if you hand it like a candy without testing them, and the testing is not just should be one fight. For example, what is the biggest problem in the kingdom, if not Dantean? Maybe the things that are happening in the other kingdoms, or the assassination of the queen, the other queen, or the queen's escape. But who fought with Dante here? Pardon, who fought with Dante in the kingdom? How many knights?
Oh God, they're well.
He raises his hands like
Yeah,
I'm not a knight.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, and we saved Dez's life. She owes her life to us, actually.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't even call her on that.
Yeah.
Oh. Save that. Keep that up your sleeve.
Oh yeah.
So, who do we want Brooklyn to be? The knight, the lad owned Brooklyn, right?
Well, Vlad, and there's
No, I know,
Vlad
I know,
has a
I know.
claim, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
oh God, what is it? Is it
Count
Gwydion?
Felix
Felix.
of House Dougal.
Dougal.
Does
I'd rather have Vlad than that Dougal asshole.
does anybody has OOC politics tree here?
Astrid has politics too, but she was also there when this whole challenge happened.
So does Markham, but like, so I had
have
heard.
no politics.
Okay, so Markham will look at the both of you and says, okay. So as far as I heard, the Vlad's claim to that place comes from an old bloodline. The Felix claims there he has a right claim because nobody was claimed that part of domain for a long while. So Felix just holded the place, defended it, did some pretty bad things. He does not like a theme. He was supporting someone else for agency. He's a Fiona, but he's a douche, as the Sir William said. So he does not like a theme. He looks at everybody. Heru, something that we might use, but okay. I would ask us that what we should do as this, juniors of the house.
I have my own opinion on it, but I'll wait until everyone speaks their opinion.
What's yours?
Let's discuss.
Count Felix has been alive for a long time, which means he knows how to stay alive, which means he knows how to not fuck up. Vlad is young, and he's making waves. So he's either going to be a future historical icon, or he's going to have trouble. If Felix gets that land, it'll be stable, and that's fine. But it'll be a lot harder to get rid of him if we absolutely need to.
What do you think, Sir William?
I kind of have a personal grudge against Felix. So, him going away is perfectly okay with me.
May I ask something? I kind of don't like Felix as well. I actually don't like man like Felix more than I don't like Vlad. But the question was I was going to ask. You have understanding and same goals with the Count Vlad, which I actually do as well, or Astria. I believe she has as well. But the problem is, I look for a more futuristic approach on this. The Vlad is young, as Astria said. Vlad will do mistakes on the road. This is inevitable. Vlad already done a couple of mistakes, and
Right.
his attitude upon those mistakes are not about how can I renew myself. It's about silly people doesn't do things, and I agree, silly people doesn't do things, but
That's untrue.
the more that he says silly people doesn't do things, he is gonna get bad. He's gonna get bad blood from the silly, because what he does is yes admirable, but he creates two different factions. Like he likes unsealed people, as I do. I like you, Sir William. I like Rancor. I like Sir Archer. I like Archer. But the problem is he creates two different factions in the kingdom who has terrorist attacks and who has a lot of different shit going on with the queens and the other stuff. Our Marshal has that. He says it with a really weird tone. What I mean is, do you think we need two different factions in the kingdom who's effectively working and effectively making instability? If I'm wrong, please tell me that I'm wrong, but I would like to hear opinions here.
No, you're... But at the same time that he's causing some instability, he is also getting far more unified fronts, far more stabilized groups. His political sway is growing
Does it
rapidly.
does it go against? Does his political sway goes against the government, or does it political sway goes against the unseelie people? Pardon, seelie people. There is a lot of people who supports him who is extremely they're extremist. When I say extremist, I don't say like the Al Qaeda or something like that. What I
Right.
mean is they support him for their hatred for Sealy, and that's not something we kind of don't need. I'm not saying this because I'm Sealy. I probably go on Sealy more than other people.
Think of it. He's not going against so much the Sealy as though he's going against the current establishment. While yes, that is currently, and but it's also the Sealy who are in power. It forms an iconic kind of target, like in Russia. You know, the proletariat or the bourgeoisie.
When let's just say let's just take this kingdom as your studio for your art. Your studio has a lot of problems. The bugs is all around, and your workers having problem with each other. They're refusing to clear the bugs because they have problems with each other. I hope Vlad does not do this in this kingdom. Again, I like where he goes, but I think he makes a lot of mistakes on the road.
I feel that because he brings up his welfare system in his county, and I do like that, and I do like the fact that the changelings there are being taken care of.
Same here. But him saying that Count Felix is, a coward just because he doesn't fight him is weird because if I had to fight with him, I would suggest Astria fight for me. Because again, I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, because some people aren't combat oriented, and that's
Yes.
fine. And Felix is like, he looks like he's like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can all go on our ways in this, but I would suggest we take, or we do something all together because that's kind of what we need. The kingdom is in turmoil, guys. Like, I'm sorry. I don't need to see. I don't need to have eyes to see this.
I can't let Felix remain in power.
I think he's just going to be a lot of trouble down the line, honestly.
Felix, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I am down to vote it 2-1. I lose. I will support Vlad. And he does not lie in this. Like he just says it. He says, "I will support Vlad."
Oh, I may want to roll perception to see how he feels about that.
Yeah, you can roll perception.
Okay, you're going to roll manipulation subterfuge. Go right ahead.
No, I'm not. He does not feel, like he does not like the idea of supporting Vlad, but
Hold on.
he will
If-
do it
one
because
second.
again, because he is outvoted and he respects this two people in front of him. So he thinks he's right about the Vlad causing a couple problems, but again, those people that he trusts says that they don't want Felix in the power because he will create more problems in the road. So he will be like, okay, no problem.
Yeah. She'll actually kind of, upon noticing that, she'll kind of try to allay his worries by saying, "Look, nobody's saying that Vlad's perfect."
No, I agree. Vlad,
Yeah.
no, I told you, don't worry. Like just because I kind of smile, don't misunderstand. I'm not being a bitch, as I usually I am. This time I'm not really.
I feel you.
Imagine it like I don't want to. I hope I will be wrong. I don't want to say none of you did it. You see, guys, I was right. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel you. Definitely.
And a lot of people will disagree or think that I am just I agree with Vlad that there should be people who we should look after old people and stuff like that. He is right in that, but his mouth is the problem. He should get a serious education about politics.
Yeah, that, and if he wants to be taken seriously, and if he wants, and she'll actually go to Unseelie, and she'll just say, if he wants all the Unseelie to be taken seriously, which they should be in the first place, okay, Will, you're an exceptional Unseelie. Because you actually give a shit, and you're not stupid. But there's a lot of Unseelie people that I see, and that's not to say Seelie people aren't stupid, because yes, they are.
They are.
But I've seen a lot of Unseelie people do just these completely nonsensical things.
Let me give you an example. The student of Trebenton, he is an idiot.
Who the fuck is Trebenton teaching?
I send a letter to Trebenton about him that he might he might have a problem with someone in the future.
Jesus fuck.
That house clown.
He just okay. The wolves has people that they care about. He just did something to that person in front of a wolf.
Yeah. So to break it down, you know how Slua can kind of just slip through things?
Yeah.
He did that in a pipe in front of her.
In front of what?
In front of a human.
They can do that in front of people?
Apparently. He did that in front of a person. The mist don't protect him, by the way. Then when he got out, after we covered it up, we managed to cover it up. We told her she was high or something. We told her we were blowing off her asses and that she got a contact high. And it may not have stuck, but it's not our fuck up. He gets out, uses chicanery on her in front of another werewolf.
Like he gets this "Are you fucking kidding me?" look on his face.
You see Magam just nods, like he understands he understands the tension is getting bigger and bigger, and he just nods.
So we had to talk our way out of fucking going at it with a 9-foot-tall rage monster in the middle of a park.
Yeah.
And he had the nerve to try to get on our asses about it.
And he was like, "That's on you." He's just telling me that's on me.
Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck? It was your fuck up," which we covered up. Then you fucked up again.
So.
But what I'm trying to say is, I'm sorry, I got
No.
derailed.
I just think everybody kind of locally is an idiot saying that, Yeah.
There are idiots and there are idiots. I'm an idiot.
Everybody's a fucking idiot, but
Yeah, I just paid fired myself as I'm an idiot, so don't worry.
I routinely fraternize with people that turned into werewolves, like 9-foot-tall fucking bipedal wolves. That's pretty dumb.
We read books.
I actively inject myself with glamour, so.
We're not all of us are saints, So.
Yeah, but what I was getting at was, I think that if Vlad wants to continue on with this goal of his, which is still a goal that should be met, instead of riling up this anti-Seelie kind of rhetoric, instead make a pro-unseelie kind of stance and just get as many unseelie people as you can and just have them do cool shit, useful shit, good things.
Yeah.
It depends on the legacies that are here. We have a lot of people who their unseelie legacy is fucking murder machine.
Okay.
That's the nightmare they crawled out of.
Um. 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 Markham just smiles and says, "I think the if lad convinces silly people that he is doing for the good of the kingdom and for the good of everybody, I think he will gain support. But he can't because I think he's not believing what he does. If he does believe what he does, he will gain more supporters. That's why he can't convince me, because when I ask him questions, he talks so fast about defending himself. But when I ask him questions, he slowly answers to me. That's something like, which means he thinks and then answers. So what I mean is like he chooses his words when he talks, when we ask him a question. So what I mean is like he defends his ideas so fastly. Then when we ask a question, he slowly stops. That's a tactic that he uses for being right. But at the same time, it's something that you know makes me think that he will not be able to convince me. So again, he needs to be more convincing to the silly people to gain their support, so he can be an icon.
There was one time, a while back, where Sam Phoenix was getting beset upon by a horde of zombies. I have no fucking idea how it happened, but zombies happened.
It was Halloween.
Yeah, it was right before Halloween, yep. And Vlad and Tron, I ended up in the charge too, but Vlad, Tron, myself, and a whole bunch of his dudes, they came rushing in there, and we wiped out a zombie horde to save this Red Branch Knight's life. Now, what Vlad needs to do is more shit like that. He needs to not just talk, but he needs to act. He needs to be visible. And this is going by my people's history. We didn't get our better place in life just by, shouting against the wind. We went out and did things. We went out and decided to be exceptional. We backed up our talk with action. And that, quite frankly, is, I think, what Vlad needs to do.
Alright, so we start, guess, get the ball moving. I have a couple of projects I'm working on, so the first, one of them, well, it's more I have to decide which one I'm giving up, because I don't think I can do both.
Okay.
The first one was I would like to be a baron.
Okay.
The other one is I'm looking at establishing my own guild.
Ooh. What precludes you from doing either or?
Time and obligation.
Okay.
Time and obligation.
Well, I can suggest, if you particularly don't have the time, I could say that there is a way of doing both, but you'd need to have people you trusted.
Exactly.
I would say you could do both, but I would say have a really good seneschal, maybe two, for your barony.
Yeah,
The Magram raises his hand. I would be a good seneschal. Just saying.
you would. Absolutely, you would.
And well, I would, if I, he just smiles again, become the kingdom of the seer. I would,
You would
but
probably not be around to
yeah,
be
I
my
could be bad
seneschal.
seneschal. Right? But this is my thing. If I will have times with dukes and the queens and the kings, there will be a lot of time for me to talk with them and how good you guys are, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. What was it he said?
He said that I will have a lot of time with people like dukes and kings, so I will have a lot of time to talk about you two with them.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, that's something that I wanted to happen. Um, is there anything that we need to discuss more?
Hmm.
We talked about that. We talked about the fight. This is Felix. The Dante. I don't know. Do we have a
Yeah.
lead or not?
The phone? The
The
phone that one
phone.
of them had?
Yeah.
I have a couple of ideas. I
Hmm.
can talk to the phone with Will o' Whispers.
Indeed. With Dante, it is so difficult to try and. I mean, how do we know we haven't seen the end of it?
We probably haven't. Those guys were organized.
Yeah.
They had communications and shit going, which is why I haven't gotten rid of that phone just yet. Because,
Still keeping it charged?
yeah, our magic may not be able to work on it, but those prodigals have some crazy shit.
Are you suggesting throw a werewolf at the Dante?
Oh no, they're not gonna fight. None. I wouldn't say that, but I
I
would
think we already
say,
did that.
huh?
I think we already did that. He smiles.
Oh man, as amazing as that would be, I don't think they would be willing to help us out on this one. At least not directly like that.
Mm-hmm. Her.
But they may be able to figure out more about maybe who bought the phone. Maybe we can find a paper trail. Maybe we can pull up something on it that's beyond or just separate from our magic.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just a thought. And a lot of the prodigals, I'm in some of their good graces.
So, what all have you found? What other prodigals are here?
Well,
Mages, werewolves.
yep. Demons.
The what?
I
Yeah,
never heard of that shit. I never heard that
The
shit.
what?
yeah, demons. Yup.
They
Fallen
exist.
angels. Guys, I don't know about you guys, but I'm an atheist. Like, I
I'm
don't
an
know,
I'm a I'm an atheist as well. Like, what is that bullshit?
like, I don't know how this fits in my worldview, guys.
Uh, don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I didn't say hitting up a fucking demon. Fuck that shit. I ain't going near that. Spends the willpower point for her house flaw.
It's not okay. It's just not.
Yeah, no.
I'm
I don't.
passed.
I don't know if I've met any, but it's not something I
Wanna
really
fuck with.
want to do.
Nope.
Well, have you ever heard about Wolfborn?
Wolfborn. Werewolves?
Wolfborn.
What is that?
Somebody who has born as a wolf and become a werewolf and acts like a human.
Oh yeah,
happens?
that's one of the three kinds. Because it seems like there's the human-born ones,
Okay.
the wolf-born ones,
Okay.
and then there's these weird deformed ones that like seem to be born of like two werewolves.
Okay.
Yeah?
Because apparently two werewolves can't mate. Because I don't understand. I don't understand why. Don't. Yeah. I haven't had enough time to ask them how the junk works. Although not.
I want to ask it actually.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
And by the way, Magnum, yes, the genitals were copied when I went
No.
for them. It was weird.
They were what? What happened?
Um,
Go on.
when the Dantean attacked that bar during the attack on McKellen's, I got shot in the chest and almost died instantly. Luckily, I managed to turn into an ant and tactically retreat.
Turn into an ant.
Yes, I turned into an ant. I healed my wounds, threw up a weak oaken shield, and then I wasn't sure I could do it, but I was able to do it. I replicated those werewolves' giant war forms.
Okay. Oh.
And he used a needle.
By the way, spending willpower, having it declared in the scene.
It says, yeah, no, it was an experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having that kind of power. Ugh.
Oh, just wait. I mean, you're a master shapeshifter.
This.
Just about anything's available to you, right?
Generally, yeah.
So, you're a master of primal, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is the major difference between primal and, say, metamorphosis? And your ultra, I turn into a thing.
The main difference, and I don't know metamorphosis myself. I've seen people use it quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Their appearance changes, but not their. If someone with metamorphosis were to copy what I did, they would still be them, except 9 feet tall. They
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't necessarily be any stronger. If they used mythic transformation, then they might be able to get some of those powers, as well as what's that stage before?
No, mythic transformation. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, like, and from what I understand, mythic transformation is a motherfucker. It's what I do is not nearly as costly as what they do. but it seems like what they do is a lot more versatile. Am I making sense so far?
Okay.
So if you wanted to turn into a normal thing, like a wolf, Primal's great for that.
Uh-huh.
If you wanted to turn into a dragon, you would want Metamorphosis.
Okay. And I'd still be able, and I'd get to breathe fire and shoot lightning and all that shit.
Yeah, because unfortunately I wasn't able to breathe fire when I
That's
turned into a
because
dragon.
I'm a dragon.
Yeah, yeah. If I turn into a dragon with Primal, I would look like a dragon, I could fly like a dragon, I'd have claws like a dragon, I'd have scales like a dragon, but I couldn't breathe fire like a dragon.
Good to know.
Well, after some time, I had enough knowledge about the sovereign, because it's not me who wants to force his will against, commoners. Don't misunderstand this, rebellion. But I just want to keep it as a shield for other supernaturals.
Yeah, no, the goddamn werewolves.
Yeah, and then I will learn Primal, because Primal is so good. It is so good, along with Ledger Domain.
Yeah, I like
The
the
Ledger
Ledger
Domain.
Domain. I like it a lot.
It's like the Soothsay is just the beginning. It's a great thing to have.
I've got some Soothsay.
Mm-hmm.
I can know. But I think I'm going to abandon Soothsay for a while.
I'm going to ask you one question. Do you wonder what's going to happen to you in the future?
I got a plan.
Okay, then don't master Soothsay.
I got a plan.
It's So another reason I invited you here is he takes down his arms and he says, "I want to get inked again."
All right. Are you wanting another
Yes.
full go tattoo? Okay. All right.
I have seen Marshal Romulus having more durability in combat, and that's not something I have. Along with weapons
Mm-hmm.
and something that you used before, fear. I need to complete myself. Being a seer, having knowledge is not just enough. You need to protect yourself from people. And it comes with a lot of different styles, so I would like to have that things. And
I
I
see.
accept the consequences. He says with a smile.
Well, the first thing that goes through my head is if you get another one, there's a good chance you'll be stuck in Bedlam.
Oh.
In that
Ooh.
first in that first stage of Bedlam.
Can you tell me what's the second stage of battle?
That's
I
when
honestly gotta know.
you really go buggy.
Like, is it
Yeah.
and am I gonna be? Is it gonna be a permanent thing, or I have to be? I can reduce it in time.
I'm not sure. Sorry, Will, go ahead. I don't know your work as well as you do, obviously.
Most people just get one. Some people have gotten a second one and they've been okay. Sometimes I've given somebody a second one and they go off they definitively enter Bedlam.
Here's my question then. If we were to do some kind of plan for Mogram, so that way, after he gets this tattoo, he gets the necessary
Dose of banality to keep him.
Yeah. Do you think we can maybe balance him out until he can get his mind adjusted to what he's got going?
Well, the thing is, he's also going to be infused with a shit ton of glamour.
He smiles again.
I mean, a shit ton, and not in that I can spend it. it's just going to sit there and permeate the flesh and run through his soul. So, I mean, things might whisper to you. I mean, everybody's is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mistook spaghetti for ice cream. That's a thing.
Margaret looks at Astrea. Will you try to keep me under control, or?
Yes, obviously.
Oh, okay.
If you decide to do this, I will do everything in my power to make sure you stay you.
You know, I'm gonna be ironic about this. In fact, let's go. He just takes his shirt off.
He's doing it? All right. She's
Yeah.
like, okay, let's do this.
He's like, God damn it, I hate myself.
Okay.
I'm going to start drawing up a plan.
Alright. Shit. Okay.
You guys see Margaret was like getting like, oh, I hate myself.
Well, you need me to get anything? Need an assist?
Well, I need to get my shit. I thought this was a planning session.
Let's just do this. Like,
He seems like it is, but he just went full ham. He's doing his thing now.
Okay.
what do you want as in your payment? I can pay Dross as the first time, or I can pay you a secret. He smiles.
Secrets are good, but secrets don't keep rent paid.
Well, some secrets, does that as well, but it's up to you, of course.
Okay. Well, here's my question. Would you want normal money or dross if you want something monetary?
He wants Dross.
I've got a lot of dross. I like normal money.
You want normal money? Okay.
I like normal money.
By how much?
We can split the difference on dross and normal money.
Okay. He nods.
Okay.
So, okay. So you're looking for what?
Well, I know what I want OOC, but I don't know how to explain it. He smiles and says, well, to be honest, I have seen him popping claws.
Mm-hmm.
That's so barbaric of him. I'm sorry. That's something I would not.
It fit the image.
Yeah, it fit the image. I understand, but it's just I want something that makes that possible. But I don't want my hands to be like that way. I like he opens his.
I can't actually go down
Close.
your arms. Like anything below the elbows is off limits.
Oh. Okay. I'm still thinking about like punching Egg, but like I think it's impossible right now. So.
Just because what's on your arms now,
Mhm.
everything is designed in a very specific pattern to harness energies in very specific ways to do very specific things.
Does his fingers has?
Yeah, I mean, like elbows to hand, elbows down.
Mhm.
It's all off limits.
Well, I don't know the specifics of what you do, but maybe if we can do his nerves that connect to his hands, like
He just kind of looks at you.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
What's the problem with that? It will hurt a lot. I know.
No. I'm talking about like over his skin, like chakra lines.
Well, no. The way on his arms the tattoo is designed, it enables him to harness specific energies from the glamour and mutate it and manipulate it specifically. We can't interfere with the artwork.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
You interfere with the artwork and
It's poof.
cross the streams, Ray.
Okay.
Like they're already going full ham. Let's just not go full crazy in this one.
Let's not
They're
blow
already-
you up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just not blow
Yeah,
me
because
up.
that's what would happen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I know I'm right. This is my art.
I want to be more durable, and I like what you did with your presence. You made that guy run away from you.
Yeah.
And I wish my hands are. Does in his palms there were nothing, by the way, right? Like it was his outside hand, not inside hand. Is it gonna like he actually looks at his hands? I know that this is gonna hurt a lot again, but can we use here?
Not really.
Okay, that's sad.
It's there are body reasons for it.
Mm-hmm.
There are reasons why you can't use the palm of the hand.
Ah, okay.
But
Well,
I think I think I've got some ideas.
for the clotting or something else?
Well, it would be I mean, I could probably get something to where you could shoot lasers out your eyes.
He laughs. He's like, I'm not Superman. Not yet.
But you're planning to, apparently.
Yeah, bro.
Maybe. We could probably do something with the legs.
Like, kicking people in the dick will hurt a lot if I do that, but
I mean, as opposed to punching, you'd be more kicking, so maybe take up, like, Savat. And you already have a cane, so I mean, Savat might be the way to go.
Or CtD.
CtD. I like Savat.
Mm.
he just shakes his head.
You were really hoping to get a Falcon Punch, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
You already got your arms taken, man.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like, oh god. Let's just not broke my arms and go with, what we had. And like, okay, so the arms are is used, like we can't do the arms, right? Okay.
Correct.
So what can I have to make me more combat based? Like I know the dragon skills. I know the fear that you had, and like I have seen him, he just like touches his throat.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's an option. That is an option.
oh. He's like, oh, oh, oh. Like you see, guys, like he just like touches his throat. He's like, no.
Well, I wouldn't have to do it over the throat. I could maybe do something that would incorporate everything over the chest. Like use your chest and back.
You want me to make me like the guy who opens his chest and like,
less like that, but more would be something that you can utilize. You wouldn't have to expose, in theory, the tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I can I ask that if we do a good tattoo, which will give me like he had a lot of scales. So like um will it happen like you will do the tattoo and they will grow, or you can do more for having more durability?
I don't think I quite follow you.
Oh, what I say is I have seen him having a lot of durability. He
Yeah,
was fighting with something called disease. We
yeah.
were all fighting, and he was really durable. What I ask is, if we keep the special powers low, will it give me more durability?
Maybe.
Yeah. We don't get. I remember that we don't get the we don't get everything. I remember that.
We don't always get everything, and a design can only hold so much.
I understand. I understand. Well, let's design something with durability and fear.
Okay.
Mm, Let me check one more time because I don't. I read like a lot of them, but I'm not sure.
So I can. I mean,
I already have. I want to have things that which works with me.
right.
You know what I mean, and it will make me better. And I think yeah, the two of them is enough. But what I mean is, what you made for me, made me better at what I am. That's why I am actually paying the big consequence. And I think this will be make me different again. And I like working with you actually.
It's fun. I like my art.
Yeah, let's do this, Steve.
All right.
Just sit.
But these things take time. I'm gonna need. Like, I can't do one of these on the fly. If I do
I
one of
know.
these on the fly, fucking. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've got to research. Um, so give me. I'll need a couple of days.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Thank you again, by the way.
I will definitely need a couple of days. Um, One, because I need to make sure I make it look good. The other one is,
We don't want me to blow up.
yeah, that's that's it. We don't want you to blow up. Because if you blow up, I blow up.
No, yeah, you're right. Again, it was. Thanks for helping me.
Yeah, no, I'll come up with something and I'll make it look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I need to pull up my kit book. I will get in touch with you in a couple of days once I get something hammered out.
He nods again.
I'll get it done on 3D paper so you can see it.
He nods, and I will remember this. Your helps.
Oh, I hope so. So,
Should be in the sea.
Yeah, I think
well,
we're.
hold on. I want to keep it active
okay.
because I'm going to record my rolls,
Okay.
at least for the first part.
Well, you can do the second ones, and then we can, do them in the it will happen in the 1 week and stuff like that.
Well, I need to record my design rolls, so I figure I've got
Oh,
you
okay.
guys open here. Per book, I need to get knocker kids book. Um, and intelligence gematria. And so roll increments for these are one per day for the design for gematria. I need to get 10 successes. I have intelligence 4 creative, and then my gematria at 3, 7 dice, 10s count as 2. DF 7 spending willpower. Damn. So 2 successes there, that's 1 day.
Didn't you say difficulty 3?
7.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that's 2. Hold on, I need to int gematria. Yeah, roll 1. 2 successes. Roll 2. Or I'm sorry, that was 3 successes because it was a 10 and a willpower. So Incometria roll 2 is going to be another 7 dice, diff 7, spending a willpower, creative specialty applies, yada yada. 4. So 1, 2, 3, willpower, yeah. 7. I'm gonna go ahead and do the third roll. I'll spend the willpower here again. Damn it. 2. Glad I spent that willpower. Although I didn't need to. Alright, so you will be able to start working on this Tuesday.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, Tuesday is the day he will be able to start working on this.
Again, no problem, really.
Okay. And that Tuesday is the 5th. So, just wanted it put out. So, after that, we can start working on things.
Okay.
And then, okay, we can go ahead and end it. I'm all done.
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watch, for watching. See you next time. Who has the button?